Yeah, the vase card you've got for your past is Temperance. Yeah, I'm just looking all the way across here, just across the top row, horizontally. That's where my eye's going to start with. So I'm getting lots and lots of healing, with this Temperance card. The Temperance card's about healing. And I've got this, I've got bumps in the road here as well. So I've got this, moving on, healing from an old situation in your heart. And it's what I'm getting is I've totally moved on now. I'm totally moving on now. That's it now. I've been through the bumps, I've been through all the ups and downs, and now I'm totally moving on. So you've totally moved on from someone. And what I'm getting here is, a while ago, you thought you totally moved on. This is what I'm getting. You thought you'd moved on from someone. And you were like, oh, I'm getting over this, I'm fine. I'm going about my life. I'm not jumping through hoops or jumping up and down, doing cartwheels. I'm not, jumping over the moon, happy, but I'm okay. I'm getting on with my life. Everything's okay. And then I'm getting a big crash here. It's almost like, it feels like a big emotional crash. It's almost like something crashed onto your head or something like that. Very, 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 very emotional, very, very deep, very dark. And that set you back again. Something came into your life and set you all the way back again. So you're getting over this relationship and it set you back. And so what I'm getting here is, I'm getting this for someone. I'm literally seeing these words on a screen. So it might be, it might be a text, it might be something you've seen on social media, it might be an email. It's definitely some kind of words. And so you saw these words, it might be paper, but you saw these words, whatever these words were to you, and it was a huge shock to you. And I think you knew this was coming. I think you knew you were going to see this at some time, but when you finally did, it was a huge shock and it set you right back, all the way back down again. That's what I'm getting. So if that's you, you might have been out of action for a while. You might have had to go to bed for a while. It might have been that bad for you. It's very, very down. I'm getting that very down. What I really want to say to someone now is, if that's you, you're definitely healing. So you've come out of the second heart. That's the big one. And you're out of this now. You're on the way out of this now. This is healing for good. This is truly healing. Because I think when the shock happened, you weren't truly healed. You weren't fully healed. It's almost like you had a big wound and you put a plaster over it instead of going to hospital. So you tried to put this plaster over this heart with things. You kept busy. You were doing in your life, doing all these different things. But then that shock opened it all back up again because it wasn't closed properly. But now, if this is you are absolutely 100% healing for good. And that's exactly what this Temperance card is about, with all these beautiful, what are they called, those yellow flowers? Daffodils. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, beautiful daffodils, they represent healing. So you're definitely 100% healing. You're coming out of this now. And sometimes, I know this is horrible, but sometimes you have to go through a lot of pain to really, really heal properly. Some people don't go through that. Some people don't like to go through that. They just jump from person to person because they don't want to feel that. They don't want to feel what it's like to be alone and go through that. So they just jump from person to person, but they don't fully, they're not fully healed because of that. And I think that might be what happened to this, or maybe it's happening now, to this person who you've moved on from now, or you're moving on from, the person that gave you this shock, whatever that is. They haven't properly moved on. They haven't been through that pain. I'm getting that very clearly for someone. Now, I don't know if there was a third party here, but it feels like, if it's not a third party, it feels like they got together with someone quite quickly. And again, I'm getting this, I don't want to feel like I'm by myself. I don't want to feel that pain. So I need to find someone. That's what I'm getting with this axe. So, and I need to say this for someone as well. The relationship you had with this person, it meant a lot to them. Don't think otherwise. That they really, really loved you at one time. And so they might have said to you, oh, I never loved you. I didn't love you. or they might have made you feel like that. But what I want to tell you is, yes, they did at one time. They truly did. But yeah, so you're processing this because you're getting through the second hurt now. They're not processing this properly. They've actually put your relationship away in a box somewhere to one side. And you can see again in this judgment card, all these boxes that are opening up. So they've closed you away in a box. That's what they've done, not literally, obviously. But yeah, it's going to have to open up at some time, and they're going to have to deal with their feelings. They're going to have to feel everything. They're going to have to process things. I don't know when that's going to come to them, because they're really, they like to move from one person to another one, whoever this is. So that they don't want to let themselves feel the feelings. But at some time, it's going to have to happen to them, because it comes to everyone at some time. It really does. Yeah, when they have to face up to this, it's really going to hit them, actually. I'm getting tears because they've put a mask over this. They've put a mask over this. They've hidden the hurt away in this box, and they've hidden the memories of you away in this box. So that's what I'm seeing with this person. Just be aware of this. They might want to come forward at some time, because I'm seeing them wanting to have a heart-to-heart to you. That there's something you know about them. There's something you've shared with them, or you've experienced something together that they haven't experienced with anyone else. That there's something you understand about them that no one else does. And they want to they're going to try and talk to you about that at some time. That's what I'm getting. But yeah, someone else is around them. Someone else is around them. They're with someone else, I think. So it's a very strange situation. So, but the big thing here is you're truly healing. You are absolutely 100% healing. You're on your way to that truly now. This is the last time you'll go through this hurt. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I want to talk about the Ten of Pentacles now. So I think this is showing me that you are healing. This is showing me that, you're building things up for yourself in a lot of ways. You're building things up financially. You're sorting your life out, working on your future and all that kind of thing. And again, if you're single, you're doing this all by yourself. I'm getting that very clearly. Yeah, there's someone around you, but it feels like, or there's someone coming up for you very, very soon. In love. I'm not getting that this is the right person for you. I have to say, there might be someone that's talking to you now, or there might be someone that's around you now that is going to express that to you or something. But it feels like there's someone who's not quite right for you there. You might know who that is. So wait for the right one, because what I am seeing is the right one is coming up for you. You've got the World card there. You've got the Sun card here. So the right one is coming up for you if you're single. It feels like it's not this person who's around you now. If there's someone around you now, especially if you get that feeling around them, maybe they play around a bit, maybe they're a little bit casual, that they don't feel all that, it's just not 100% there. And you've got the Knight of Wands there too, so that might be who that is coming up there for you. Someone who's not a stable person in your life. So if you know that person's around you, I don't think they're the one, and I think you're feeling that if you know who that is. Yeah, I've got this feeling here of you've had a lot of people around you. This is what you're stepping away from as well now, because I'm getting a lot of alone time for you, and I'm getting a lot of building up your life by yourself, especially if you're single. This is all, I think this is all probably going to be pretty much for single people. I'm sorry if you're in a relationship. But yeah, I'm getting lots of single energy here. So you're building things up by yourself. And what you're getting away from is a lot of people you've had in your life who've tried to step in, make decisions for you. I'm getting people trying to kind of tell you what to do, all that kind of thing. People who make you feel a little bit incapable. You've had that happen to you. I'm getting family. I'm getting a friend who's done this to you as well. So you're moving away from all that now. You're moving away from all that now. And I think because you've been forced to deal with all this by yourself, and you've been forced to go through these very, very, very deep emotions with this love connection there that you moved on from now, that's made you a lot stronger, and I think that's made you determined to cope on your own and to do things on your own and to build things up for yourself. So anyone that wants to come and tell you what to do, anyone that wants to come and give you unsolicited advice, you're not listening to any of that. You're the opposite now. You might even be a little bit of a hermit at this time, but you'll get out of that soon. But it's really all about building things up for yourself, and you're doing all this to prepare not just for yourself, but also for the right person to come in for you, and the right person is coming for you eventually, and you'll know when they come in. But that's what you're preparing for. That's what I'm getting. You're preparing for this Sun card, which is the ultimate happiness that's coming in for you. But yeah, there's a lot of preparation you have to do. You might feel as if you're not quite that happy in yourself. You might feel as if you're not quite happy in the way you feel about yourself as well. You might be in a process of going to the gym and things like that, changing your appearance. So, I want to tell you that you're absolutely fine by yourself, but, it's up to you. If you feel as if you want to change things, fantastic, go for it, if it makes you feel better about yourself. But by the time you've made all those changes in your life, you'll be totally ready for the right person to come along. And that's where the Sun card is. That's what I'm getting. Happiness by yourself. And that leads into happiness with someone else. But you need to be happy by yourself first. And that's what you're doing now. Okay, so something else in the Sun card. Okay, I don't want this to upset anyone. Right, okay, this is one of the... Sometimes I get these kinds of messages from people who might not be on this earth anymore. So I think this is a bit like that. So if you don't like this kind of message, please go forward now. Okay, so right, this is for someone very specific. You're coming out of the worst in your life now, and I'm getting lots and lots of warmth here. So you're coming into a really warm, very comfortable time in your life. I'm getting this, and that's someone's watching over you. Someone's watching over you. There's a lot of warmth around this person. This is a child. So there's a child watching over you, and they're always watching over you. They're always watching over you. And you gave them warmth at one time, and they gave you warmth. They gave you that feeling of warmth, and they want you to feel that again. And they want you to feel that love coming in from them again. They're very happy. They want you to know they're very happy. Yeah, this is the other thing I'm getting here from them. If you're fighting for something, if you're fighting for some kind of justice, there's some kind of injustice that's happened and you're fighting, you're doing the right thing. Now, it's not going to be easy. You are doing the right thing. That's what I'm getting. Keep on going. You're doing the right thing. They love you. They're watching over you. Again, I keep on having to repeat this. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. It's going to be worth it. Keep going. You're being watched over by this beautiful, beautiful, warm energy. Again, this feels like a child, and very comforting, a very protecting energy. You protected them. They want to protect you, and they are protecting you. They are always going to be protecting you. Keep fighting if that's you fighting. So I don't want to say any more about that. I'm just getting this very warm, comforting energy. And so you're coming into this time where you're really, really going to feel that a lot more than you have. When you feel that warmth, that really beautiful, warm feeling coming over you, that's what that protection is there. Okay, so that's for someone. I'm not going to say any more about that. Okay. Right, so the first card you've got for your present is this Judgment card. Okay, wow, this is a really deep reading. I'm getting lots of very strong feelings here. It's all over the place. Right, so I'm getting a very overwhelming, very, very strong feeling here. I feel as if I need to protect someone here. So now you're already protected. I think that's why I was getting this protection coming up. Someone is already protecting you. I'm getting this child energy, if that was you. So you are protected. I feel as if I have to protect you as well. And I think this is why. This is what I'm getting. There's an apology coming in for you. It feels like it's coming in from this ex. This is what I'm getting. Or someone that's really hurt you if it's not them. But I am getting that feeling that it is them. Yeah, very, very difficult, very emotional. Yeah, no, okay, I'm getting no. I'm not getting a good feeling here. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm in two minds about this. This is why I'm so mixed up. I'm getting backwards and forwards. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting yes, no, yes, no. Okay, so, right, this is why. This is what I'm seeing now. A lot of what they have to say to you when they come and apologize, when they come and talk to you, it's actually going to help you in some way. Yeah, I'm getting, oh, I take that back. So it's like they know they've said something. Maybe they said something in anger to you, and they're going to want to take that back. They want to explain things to you. I'm getting that as well. So yeah, something in what they want to say is going to bring you a lot of clarity and understanding. So that's why I'm getting this yes, no, that yes, no, yes, you should speak to them, no, you shouldn't. It's totally up to you. But if you want to speak to them, you will get some clarity. But also, if you want to speak to them, I'm getting this very negative energy around this as well, because there's someone else around them, and it feels like they're hiding, or they're going to hide this other person that's around them, who they're with right now. Now, it's not like they're going to say to you, oh, I want to come back to you, but it feels like they're kind of trying to maybe leave that option open, and they're leaving you open as an option and the other person open. Because what I'm getting is they're not saying anything to you about this other person, and they're not saying anything to this other person about you, or that they're talking to you when they talk to you. So, you know, if they're going to be honest with you, they have to be 100% honest, and they have to tell you, yes, I'm with someone else. You know, but I'm not getting that from them. Now, again, you know, they might be like, well, I don't want to get back together with you, so I don't have to share that with you. But it's a fine line. It's bordering on dishonesty. You know, once you get, it's like a slippery slope. You know, they're not totally being dishonest, but they're not telling you everything. So some things they're going to tell you are actually going to be good for you to hear. But then there's this kind of dodgy, half not so good energy I'm getting. So I hope that makes sense to you. That's kind of what I'm getting around this. So that's why I'm going yes, no, that yes, no around this. But yeah, it's like they're trying to open all this up again with you. They're trying to open something up again with you. Like these people on this card are opening up these boxes and they're coming out. So you know, and if this is you, this is why I'm getting this warning. You've done such an amazing job with this healing. And, you know, you've got these amazing things coming up ahead of you with the Sun card and, you know, the World card and all that. So, yeah, look at the Six of Swords. I think that might be a warning to you as well, because there's a risk of you being tempted by this all again, going all the way back again, and then being hurt all over again, and maybe having to start this healing process all over again. Like for you, I was getting in the Temperance card, it's final, it's over, and it's all completely over with. But there's a risk that they're going to try and start all this again. So I have to warn you, I have to protect you. And the thing is, they don't like being alone. So it might be that, you know, they're with this other person and they're starting to get cold feet around this other person, or they're starting to kind of have second thoughts or something like that. So just be very, very, very careful, because the best place for them is alone right now. They really shouldn't be with anyone right now. They need to sort themselves out, really. You know, but they have to see that for themselves. They will one day, but at the moment they're not. But yeah, be very, very, very careful. Be very, very careful. I just feel really protective around you. So when they come in, really, really, really be very cautious around this. There is an apology. There is an apology. Okay, I'll talk about the Star card now. I want to talk about that now. So yeah, again, this woman's by herself. And it's really interesting, you know, you can look at this woman in a number of different ways. You know, some people see a woman by herself as being very vulnerable, and some people see strength in a woman by herself. So for them, you know, being by themselves means feeling vulnerable. That's how they feel when they're by themselves. They hate being by themselves. But for you, it's your strength right now. And you won't be alone forever, but it's being alone right now is giving you that strength, because you're getting rid of all of these people, or I shouldn't say getting rid of, but you're not listening to any more people who try and take over your life and tell you what to do. And you're healing, and you're getting all this strength on your own, and you're building that up for yourself to prepare you to be strong by yourself to eventually find this right person, the right one who's coming for you. That's the difference between you. You're fine by yourself, you can cope by yourself, they can't cope by themselves. So that's another reason I think why they're trying to open all this up again. So just be very, very, very careful. Okay, something else in this star card. Yeah, this is specific. This is for someone specific. So, okay, I'll just say this. Yeah, if this is you, there's someone younger than you. It might be a relative. It feels like a teenager. It doesn't have to be, but it feels like it might be a teenager. I'm getting that kind of young adult teenager kind of energy there. And yeah, it's something to do with a child, an old child, because the star card's right in the middle of these two childlike cards. You know, the Sun and the Page of Cups, and pages can be teenagers. So yeah, someone wants to confide in you. Someone wants to confide in you. And they really, really trust you, whoever this is. They totally trust you. Yeah, just be a bit careful. They might put you in a difficult position, actually, because what they want to say to you is something that might upset a few people if it comes out. So there's a lot of protective energy here too. It feels like you want to protect them. Yeah, there's a bit of ignorant attitudes, and you want to protect them from that. So yeah, lots of mixed feelings around this, but yeah, I have to tell you this: if you know who this is, if they come to you with this thing and they say to you, can you keep this to yourself? I really trust you. I don't want you to tell anyone this. Please, please keep it to yourself, because it's really important to them that you don't break that trust. Yeah, this person loves you, whoever this is. If you know who this is, they totally trust you. And I think for everyone's sake, it's for the best to keep that between you right now, if you know what the secret is. So, yeah, it's going to come out later. It's going to come out later. But for now, they feel really safe with just you knowing, nobody else. So I hope that helps someone. Yeah, they're really struggling, but it's going to improve for them. But for now, they need to trust you. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. I know that's specific. Okay, so the first card you've got for your future is this World card. Absolutely beautiful card. So the right one's coming to you if you're single. The right one is coming to you. This is where you're heading in the World card. So yeah, there's this gorgeous, amazing love coming of you, and this is the right person. Okay, now before that happens, yeah, this is exactly what I was getting before. This is exactly what I was getting before, and I'm getting this here now again when I look at this Knight of Wands here. So before the right one comes along, there's a helicopter going past, whatever next. Before the right one comes along in the World card, you're going to have someone who comes in and out of your life very quickly. And that's what this Knight of Wands is about. So you've got someone who's not very stable. You've got someone who's a little bit passionate. So it might be a fling, might be someone you just see very briefly, it might be a brief relationship. I don't know, but there's a lot of passion around them. But I think you'll know that this isn't the right person for you. You'll be like, no, they're a bit of fun, they're fine, they're not all that stable. I want stability in my life, but they're not the right one. They're okay for now, but they're not the right one. So it might be that you have to let this person down, and you say to them, no, it's not really working. I'm not really feeling it with you. I can't see something permanent happening with you. So there's that. There's a bit of a letdown. I'm getting that there. It feels like a test, actually. I know that sounds strange, but the universe tests it sometimes. You know, have you actually healed properly? Have you learned? And I think you have, because I think you'll know instinctively that this is not the right person for you, because I'm seeing this person coming in and out of your life quite quickly. And then you've got this right person coming along. And what I'm getting with this person that comes along into your life, I'm getting, it feels very, very relaxed. It feels very easygoing. It feels like they're just going to slot into your life without any stress. And I think in your past, you've had to work really, really hard in relationships. You've had to work for people. You've put up with a lot of their problems. You've had to like deal with things. You've had a lot of complications and things like that. But with this person that's coming in, there's none of that. It's very easy. It's very easygoing. You know, look at this page. He's at the beach. He's just having fun. He's got not a care in the world. So that's what's going to happen. I'm actually seeing it might be that you move, or that you go away, or you have a day out with a relative. I'm seeing a close relative, someone you're very, very relaxed around. I'm seeing you going out with a relative, because I'm getting this very, very relaxed feeling that you have around this relative. And then you come back from that. It might be a holiday, it might just be a day. You come out of that and you're feeling very relaxed, very strong, very on top of things, totally healed. And that's when this person comes in. And again, I'm getting this very easygoing, they just slot into your life. And this is what I'm getting with this person. It's like, I feel like I know them. I feel like I've always known them. They've always been there. You know, there's no big fireworks here. It's not like, oh, big, you know, it's not like, oh, huge passion. And that's what you had with this person that wasn't right. But this one's right for you. And they just fit into your life very, very easily. And you'll know when you see this person. It's going to feel like you've known them all your life. That's what I'm getting.